This was the fear in Bangkok. The tensions in a city, a country divided, would boil over. Just hours from Sunday's election, they did. These clashes came at the end of a march by pro-government supporters keen to confront their anti-government opponents.
This is the kind of potential for violence they're worried about all over Bangkok. These are pro-government demonstrators. Now, they've heard that a local polling station has been occupied by anti-government forces. They want to go and free that polling station so the vote can go ahead on Sunday. They're determined they're going to free the polling station by any means possible, but their leaders have said they won't turn to violence. But obviously, when these two groups come together on the streets of Bangkok, there are real fears about what could happen.
We need election. Everybody, Thai people, need election. Election is the good way.
This is part of the problem. The protest leaders here actually just asked this crowd to stop here. They don't want them to get too close to this other polling station yet. They're worried there could be a confrontation, but the crowd here has decided to push on. So this is the polling station that's been occupied by anti-government forces. As you can see, people are clearing out here. This is mostly women and children and younger people. They've asked them to leave because they're aware that a large pro-government force is approaching and there are fears there is going to be a confrontation.
They only need to fight, and fight. So it's not going to be together if they only want to fight.
We're not fighting, we're not repelling anybody. What we're doing, we try to convince people that the Thaksin system is eating the country.
This illustrates the challenge facing security forces on election day. These are anti-government supporters. Just across the intersection there are pro-government demonstrators. The challenge is, obviously, if those two sides come together anywhere in Bangkok, there could be violence. Confrontations like this are happening in several spots across the city. So shooting has actually started here. There have been gunshots fired. We have one person who has been shot. It's not believed to be life-threatening, but it's an indication of how quickly things can turn in the streets of Bangkok.
But at this intersection in the north of Bangkok, the confrontation was only just beginning. At one point, cameraman Wayne McAllister had to scramble across the road for cover. The worry here that this was just a precursor of what's to come. In this disputed election, the stakes are only getting higher.